Hello everyone, this is RyanisWar. Thank you for checking out this video. Thank you for checking out my channel. This is the Raw review here and we're gonna get right into it. So we basically started off with Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman in the ring, basically just talking nonsense, you know what I mean? Not talking nonsense, but just same old Paul Heyman promo. Nothing really new, nothing really to, look forward to. Well, obviously the match with Roman Reigns at the Greatest Royal Rumble, but just same old Paul Heyman promo. Reigns come out and basically said a few words to Lesnar, just promoting the fight. That's pretty much what it was. Nothing really more to say about him. So we're gonna get. Actually, in fact, there was, I'd say, two more things. The fans that were kind of hating on Lesnar, which was a bit bizarre, but at the same time, I think a lot of fans like myself thought Lesnar was leaving. We're sick and tired of seeing Brock Lesnar, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, other people like Brock Lesnar. I don't have a problem with that, but I'm just bored of it right now. I just don't find it entertaining anymore. It's run its course. But he signed a new deal. He's a champ. It is what it is, guys. Deal with it. Roman Reigns kind of got a little bit more cheers, but I've noticed WWE were trying to focus the cameras a lot on the Roman fans during this segment. So, nice try, WWE. Nice try. But let's get into it. So, we basically had our first match on Monday Night Raw with Elias taking on Bobby Roode. Another no-show for Elias to play. Well, I mean no-show. What am I talking about? I mean another segment where Elias can't play music. He was cut off. As soon as he was announced, the spotlight came up. You see Elias, Bobby Roode comes out. But I will say this, the match was very good, I have to say. Bobby Roode, I felt, like he needs to be a heel. I think this glorious thing is like becoming like, how Ty Dillinger was with the 10. You don't really see Ty Dillinger unless it's a backstage promo or the shows like Superstars or Main Event, if that's still on. I don't watch those shows, but you know what I mean. So I just think he needs to be a heel. Elias picked up the victory with a very innovative move. He basically just pulled Bobby Roode's arm from the bottom of the rope. Obviously, Elias was outside the ring. Sorry, the explanation is so terrible. But Roode was in the ring. Elias was outside the ring. Basically, Roode was grabbing Elias's hair. Elias just basically pulled his arm down on the bottom rope and basically scooped in and gave him a roll-up. So, Elias won. Not more to say about that. Then we cut right into a promo with Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt, just talking in riddles again, which basically segued into their match next with the Ascension. And I thought that was a very fun match. I thought it was alright. I didn't really have much problems with it. The fans are digging into it. I'm alright with it. I guess I've started to come around to the whole Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy thing. So we'll see what happens next. But good on to them. So our next segment was the Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn show. I thought this was one of the funniest things of the night. Of course, we had the Miz TV, which is now on SmackDown. And now we got Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn on Raw, which is basically the same. They're kind of the same heelish, you know what I mean? Obviously last week you saw it for yourself. But I thought it's good that those two have a show now. You know what I mean? Just be those annoying heels that just get at everyone and dig. So the funniest thing about this was when Kurt Angle was out and they even had Sami Zayn checking through his notes and he was like, oh, let's see, Kurt Angle, Olympic champion, former Hall of Famer. Oh wait, how many kids do you have, Kurt? If you don't know where that was from, if you remember the promo that Stephanie McMahon had with Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle messed up, and he said he had how many kids is Angle? What, 4, 5 kids, 4 or 5, and basically he forgot the extra number, which was supposed to be Jason Jordan. They basically was like, oh yeah, Jason Jordan. I thought that was hilarious. Check it out if you guys haven't seen it. I thought it was funny. But Angle had the last laugh. He basically set those two up in a tag team match against Bobby Lashley and Braun Strowman. And we'll talk about that later on in the show. So, the next segment kind of was The Miz Taraj basically trying to buddy up to Seth Rollins and tried to buddy up to Finn Balor later on that night. Those guys were basically, trying to... They lost without The Miz. They don't know what to do. I don't even know what they're going to do. Do you guys even know what they're going to do? Probably just be enhancements. I don't know, of course. But, not to dig at them. I'm just saying. Let's be real. But, needless to say, obviously Balor and Rollins turned them down. I'll just say it now. They had a match. It was pretty cool. Pretty standard match. Rollins and Balor showcasing what they can do. They look pretty impressive as a team. If they were in the tag team division, they should definitely be maybe in the tag team division. Those two look sick, in my personal opinion. But yeah, Balor, Rollins win. Same old stuff. Then we had the tag team match with Titus O'Neil and Apollo, Titus Worldwide versus Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre. Like I said last week, I'm very high on this team. I think this team can go far, especially after the match. Well, it was a good match. Needless to say, it started off strong. Titus O'Neil was kicking the crap out of Ziggler. Shit. But, once McIntyre got in there, it flipped, of course. McIntyre and Ziggler looking strong. And again, the Claymore zigzag. It's a good move, like I said. It impressed me last week. And what can I say about it? I think those two will go far, especially the promo after the match, where McIntyre just said, "Listen, I'm the guy that they don't want to be on top, but everybody else knows I should be the guy." So we'll see what goes into that. Ziggler just basically saying, we're taking the show over, we are the show. Little bit of the bar rip-off type of thing, but what can you do? But other than that, I think this is something Ziggler can get that kick starting. McIntyre, I'm behind him. I like McIntyre. 993 and B garbage. It was funny, but we move on now. So let's move on. We had Chad Gable versus Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal and Chad Gable basically got into it in a segment with Kurt Angle, back in the locker room, but I can't be honest to talk about that. But, the usual stuff, squabble. Okay, you guys take it out of the ring. So, with this match, Jinder Mahal looked pretty dominant. I know Chad Gable's, short, but still, Chad Gable made him look like a beast, man. He was tearing him apart. Especially the way the match even started, where Chad Gable got on the ring apron, got into it with one of the Singh brothers out there. The only one out there, really. I don't know what happened to the other one. I wonder, does anybody even know what happened to the other one, but... Oh, well, don't matter now. Jinder Mahal basically attacks him, just basically knocks Chad Gable face first off the steel steps, right onto the floor, just tearing him apart throughout the match. Chad Gable got a little bit of offense, but Jinder still lost. He set up Gable for the Colossus. Gable was able to flip and basically had Jinder's hands and arms all wrapped up. Couldn't get out of it, pinned. That was it. Gable was your winner. What's next for Gable? We will see. I'm curious to see what's going to happen. Of course, Mahal, he's got a United States Championship match at the greatest Royal Rumble to look forward to. So, I don't think he's going to win that, of course. But, we'll see what happens next. So, let's get into the tag match of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus Bobby Lashley and Braun Strowman. This match was very entertaining. We had Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn basically running for their lives throughout the beginning of this match. And Bobby Lashley and Strowman basically chasing them. They caught them. Bobby Lashley tearing apart Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens like first 5-10 minutes. Then it flipped. Owens and Zayn started, keeping Lashley away from Strowman. Unfortunately, Strowman got the tag eventually. Owens was outside of the ring. You had Strowman running around, and he literally kept going around in a circle, taking out Kevin Owens. That was hilarious, I gotta say. But, Sami Zayn basically getting taken apart by Lashley and Strowman, and there you are, your winners, Lashley and Strowman. So Lashley, I thought was very impressive. I thought he's definitely improved since the last time I've watched him in WWE. I've checked him in TNA. TNA, he was alright. He was definitely better than how he was when he first debuted in WWE. But, I think he's definitely improved since then. But like I said, from TNA, I didn't really watch much of him to even analyze it. But, Lashley looks alright. And Strowman looks hot as hills, man. Like, the fans loved him. They loved everything he was doing. So I guess maybe I might be wrong. Hopefully Strowman is not where I thought is going to be in Comedy Central. No pun intended. But let's see what happens next with Braun Strowman. So we were supposed to get We were supposed to get Baron Corbin, wrong big guy, against No Way Jose. But unfortunately, Corbin decided he didn't want to fight. He thought No Way Jose was just... And yeah, my feelings too. That's one thing me and Corbin can agree on. But, sorry, excuse me about that. But still, like... Well, I just don't get it. Why have another Adam Rose 2.0? Like, it didn't really go anywhere. So this is what I'm saying. So, long story short, Corbin went away. Jose, and his party bus, or whatever the hell they're called, decided to go and party off somewhere else. Then Corbin just basically come back out and destroys him. And that was it. So yeah, Corbin destroying No Way Jose. I don't really care. Anyways, let's get into the moment of bliss. This little promo segment was very interesting because, of course, WWE with their anti-bullying campaign. And I didn't think Alexa Bliss needed to do this Nia Jax is a bully thing again. But I don't know. I just think it was cheesy. I didn't think it did anything to help her character whatsoever, man. I just think it just made her out. I don't know. I don't think it looked good. I don't think it was good, but whatever. Other people might have other opinions, but I just didn't care for it. I just didn't think it was... Nah, man, I thought it was dumb. But that's obviously setting up the 10-woman tag match, which is the main event. Because obviously, in Saudi Arabia, there's no women allowed there. So, you know what I mean? They've decided to give the women the main event in a 10-women tag, which actually features Alexa Bliss, Mickie James, the Riot Squad against Bayley, Ember Moon, Natalya, Sasha Banks, and the women's champion, Nia Jax. And we'll get into that just before we get into this match, which is Finn Balor and Seth Rollins taking on the Miztourage. But I'm sure you guys know where this is going. I already spoke about this, so it's pretty much done. Like, the Miztourage, they're just enhancement talent, like I said. So, the women's match, I felt it was alright. It was a lot of chaos. I did like the spot with Nia Jax basically riding off of the ring apron, like a diving all over the Divas. I thought that was cool. It reminded me of like an old Raw from maybe the late 90s, like, because it was so chaotic at the end, like that type of atmosphere. But I felt the fans could have been a bit more, but maybe. But Ember looked impressive. Do you know what I mean? And a few other women looked good. But the real story was Natalya basically getting injured. She put... I can't remember who she put in the sharpshooter. It might be one of the right... No, she put Mickie James in the sharpshooter, sorry. And one of the Riot Squad members who was Sarah Logan, basically chop blocked her, and that took Natty out of the match. And when she tried to get back in, Mickie James was just basically taking Natty apart, while the other divas, the other women, stop it, right? No matter what, even though WWE, still, I think, well, you know how I feel. What I mean by that is, I still think WWE could do better with the women, man. But, you know, we'll talk about that in another video. But, long story short, Ronda Rousey came out to make the babyface save. So, basically, the match was thrown out of the window. And, basically, she took out Mickie James. And that was the end of Raw. So, what can I say? It was a different... Those were my notes, of course. What can I say? Raw was, it was alright. I can't say it was, you know, that entertaining. It was a good show. But there were a few points that were kind of a bit boring. Maybe like the Corbin and No Way Jose thing, like, knew that was going to happen. Of course, Brock Lesnar's promo with Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns, that was very predictable, of course. As well as The Miz Taraj versus Seth Rollins and Finn Balor, that is very predictable. As well as, do you know, to be honest, maybe my opinion is actually changing right now. Like, the wrestling quality is always good, but I guess it was just too predictable. So I guess Raw was pretty average this week. So scratch what I said at the beginning of this video. So guys, that was my Raw review. Thank you for checking out and watching this video. Of course, I am RyanisWar. There will be more videos coming up soon. SmackDown review will be out on Wednesday, of course. So we'll give it to you then. Make sure you check out the Wrestling Ruckus podcast, where we got our new episodes. Sorry, we got new videos coming up on the channel, shall I say? But check that YouTube channel out, Wrestling Ruckus. We got more reactions videos uploaded, so check that out. The podcast, obviously, the next episode I was trying to say, that's out also too. So check out Eddie Reese's channel, at The First Take, and Talking Out the Movies, the podcast on the Voltron network. That is where the podcasts are, of course. So guys, thanks again. Follow me on Twitter at RJ Wills, or find me at RyanisWar. Neither way you'll find me. And find me at RyanisWar on Instagram. So stay tuned for more videos, guys. Peace.